Nice.
I was gonna say your bandmate is not here today.
I know, bro. Usually he's playing the bass, or I'm playing the bass, and he's playing the drums, and then we slayer that shit.
So then there was 2. What is up, everybody? There's a whole bunch of people already here. We are
I'm the HVAC guy.
fashionably late. We got Victor.
Always.
The
Shout
Heat
out.
Reject, Mike B.
Yeah.
One Man
Yes, Mike.
HVAC, Eddie. What is up, everybody?
Shout out to the boys.
And Pat. So
Pat,
what's up,
the
man?
homie.
How's work?
Oh, just dealing with the heat of the summer is on, bro. I think it's here, and I think it's time we just, at least in here, right? And I'm sure it's there too. You've already said the temperatures, but once we're in those 90s and the humidity's high, it's a wrap.
It's been weird. I sent you guys it was 100. I think it was last month.
Yeah.
It's been nothing ever since Easter. It doesn't usually rain here on Easter. It rained heavily. And then it's been cloud. We haven't had any rain since, but it's been cloudy. So like I mentioned to you a while ago that I'm trying to test out a few things for the channel, like the tools and all that. I can't get a sunny day to test these things out.
Bastards. Well, we got a good glimpse of the sun on the last one you posted of it.
Yes, it was we got a little bit of sun. The same thing with the video that I'm editing right now. It's cloudy, and then finally the sun came out because I was working on the roof. I'm like, oh yes, let me record now. Because
I'm not using them, but let me put. I would never use these pieces of shit.
Because what was I gonna say? Yeah, in the shade and all that, all these tools work great. But once the sun hits, different story.
Yeah, you gotta think it's gonna be the same shit as our phones, bro. You know what I mean? Like, what's that stuff they put on the new iPads? That nano glass.
I was gonna say I forgot to mention that in the video. I need to go back and edit it again. I'm not done with it, but if they could all these tools that have screens on now, they could put an anti-reflective coating or glass on it, that'd be great, because that's what messes it up the most. And like you said, the brightness, because it's exactly what I said in the video. I was like, this reminds me of my iPhone from 5-6 years ago, where I had to cover it to read it. Yeah. But now the iPhones have that peak, brightness that goes up to 1500, 2000 nits, whatever. And I'm like, it's not that. It's just, it's too dim.
I'll say the colors on those gauges look great when you're in a room, but obviously it doesn't translate to the field. They look really good, but
no, they look. I know I said that. They look amazing.
And I'm sure the marketing team and the design team and engineer team, they tested all this shit very well in a fucking facility. Yeah, but they forgot one key element. Outside, bro. It's
because I mean, we can talk about tools for a little bit, while we start here, but field piece, obviously we're always going to go circle back to that because that's what we all have or had at one point, right? They still use that old school screen that is the old digital clock type of deal, right? It works. We've had it on our old watches, on those kinds of tools, and you can see it outside. It works. Navag is trying to be groundbreaking with their HD color graphic screen, whatever the box says, but it just doesn't it doesn't work.
Yeah, it doesn't translate.
And I have them, and I have them here.
Oh, look, see
they look amazing.
The colors
indoors.
Yeah. Oh, but tilt it up again. Put the light on it.
Oh yeah, you need some.
Then you can't see.
You need some anti-reflective screens on there.
Man, the concept is there. The execution does not appear to be there. Again, I can see. I can I can see the benefits, obviously, when they say 74 refrigerants treated like animal, and that is true. But golly, dude,
The
I
comments
can't
were
see shit. I
roasting
know. I
them,
saw them. I was like,
which
yes,
is
like
why
hard pass.
they reached out to me. I got a nice letter from Navac, and maybe I'll share it. I don't know. I need to pull it up.
Check with
So,
your attorney first.
oh yeah. um, no, but like I posted them because I'm like, everybody loves them, and I get it. But at the end of the day, you have to any of us that do this on YouTube, Instagram, we have to think, would you pay for it? That's the main thing, right?
Like,
Would you use it if it
boom.
wasn't free and all of that? So I showed it outdoors, and I was
That's
like, you
that
let me know in the comments.
goes straight up. Like that's the thing with us, right? Like the stuff you see that I use, well, generally I would say 75% of it is paid for by me, right? And then the other shit, if I say yes to somebody that wants to send me something, it's because I was going to buy it anyways. You know
The
what I
same.
mean?
Yeah.
But like I don't know where you stand on the stuff like golly the kids.
We have a
Like because
really
we
good
are a
mic because I
voice.
can't hear them.
Oh God, awesome. Like people obviously they watch us, then we may not even showcase a product of any sort in our video, but they will ask because they see us using it, and that's because we use it, right? You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like if you see a product that like you're just testing these and you say that it's a test, you're not like these things are the greatest things on look at these new gauges I got. Look at this.
Oh
Oh,
man,
like you're
Kurt's not here. Well, we would have talked about it off air, but he left a comment on somebody that was like, "Oh, look at the probes; they're so awesome." And Kurt's like, "Do they work? I heard they didn't work."
yeah, Kurt's a savage, bro.
I know.
No fucks given. But that's how it should be. Like realistically, bro, I think that's why with the little bit of a platform that we have and showcase, people see that stuff. And if you're just gonna be out here, I mean, I get it. Like we all want to make money and get free products and stuff, but gosh darn it, if you aren't like, I just really like the way you're doing it. Like you bought them bitches with your money. The other shit was sent to you because you went to the thingy-mabobber,
The
right?
show, yeah.
And so it's like, all right, cool. Like, but you still, at first, when I saw your clip on it, I'm like, I was gonna comment, sell out. This guy's a sellout, like because it was pretty positive in the beginning, and then
Oh,
like
dude.
towards the end, you like just went straight to the cons, and I was like, yes.
Oh, like on the
What up?
short
What up?
video, I felt like it was
The
like a
electric.
parody video that I was making. It's like
I might have
you can.
to carry this for a minute because I'm like these kids are not listening to my wife.
All right, well,
All right, go
I'll pull
ahead.
up some
Go ahead.
comments.
No, go ahead. No, go ahead. Go keep going. I'm here.
No, you're talking about the short video that I made.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because I felt like I was doing like a parody of like a sales pitch. I'm like, for the price of this, you get, or you don't
Oh
get
yeah.
this, you
You're
don't
like
get that.
74. Yeah. Yeah. It was
But
good, dude. It was.
I didn't mean it to go that way. It's just like you call it what it is, and I mean that's what it is. It's just it does the same exact thing as your analog. Now I did tell, I think I told you guys in the chat, like if you could pair the manifold and buy their digital clamp, right? I think they sell the clamps. They have to sell them individually. That has the readout on it, and then you just do the quick
Ooh.
math. That would be cool, right? If you want to
I mean,
have
it is
super heat,
nice to have a digital reading, like an actual number without trying to
yes,
dissect you know what I mean? That is it is again, the concept is fantastic. Fantastic. But seems like the
words,
execution,
Jake,
like
words.
honestly, I know, dude. He's so stupid. It's just not there, like completely. You know?
No, and like I said, I'm doing the video, and I just hit record, and I started talking. Like I actually bought the Yellow Jacket version years ago from one of my techs. He's an older tech, and I got
The
tired
big
of him.
ones?
No, they look like regular analogs, but they're digital.
Oh,
And
yeah.
I'll have to pull them up. But like those were nothing. They didn't do anything special. They just gave a digital reading, right? So
Oh, yeah, it was like like a little rectangle,
yeah, just a little the
right?
smallest screen. So like I just got tired of him using analog, right? I was like, I want you to use digital because this was during the time that we were like changing to 407C and all this other stuff. And I don't know if like when you started, were you working like on R22 and stuff? Or did you
Yeah, a
come
lot
in?
of it was R22. Yeah, so it just had
So
the
you
R22 410.
so do you remember the gauges? You had to buy like new gauges for the 410A because the pressures were way different.
So I didn't have it that like I worked on R22, not it
Oh, but you had the
primarily.
newer
No.
gauges.
Yeah, yep.
So like the whole thing with me is I've always had a yellow jacket. Those had I think R22, 134A, and 404. For the longest time, I got away with it because that's all we worked on. And then here comes 410A, being introduced, and
Yeah.
it's like, guess what? These don't even go high enough to be able to read that. So this was during that time. Like he didn't have the 410A gauges, or I think he was trying to buy some, and I don't know what happened, but I was like, look, you need digital because we got 410A, we got 407C, we got, whatever else is coming out. I'm going to get you digital. That way you can just like click a button and change the refrigerant. So I
Yep.
went and got the yellow jacket. Now they're not cheap either. So I paid a lot for that. So I get it. Like if you really want them, or it's an older tech or a new guy and you want to set them up, I wouldn't want somebody like new to spend their money on the NAVAC ones, right? But like as a
Yeah.
business owner, if they can supply it, cool. It's a great option.
For sure. Should have just came with hoses, damn it, too. That's another thing.
I had to make like I had to put it in text at the bottom, not included, right?
Hose is not, it's like, gosh, it's just like, oh well, man. I mean, everybody's just trying to be innovative. I get it. There's anything new, bring a little bit of hype to the market. People are going to buy them for sure. A lot of
Like
people are going
let me
to,
pull up. These were the ones that I bought
yeah, that was,
our
yep.
older tech, and at the
Yeah.
time they were really cool. This was years ago, but they're expensive as well. They're even more than the NAVAC ones, right? But I needed him to have something digital, and I bought them.
That's
So I get it.
awesome.
Like I get it. Sometimes you need it, but he doesn't do any of the complicated calls that I do, right? Like he just checks like the charge. This is also
Like,
something like for my dad because he likes to have a set of gauges. So I might give these to my dad, honestly. And he likes to have a set of gauges, but he doesn't do superheat. He doesn't do all that extra stuff that we do because he's not there to fix anything. He's just there to check. Does it have charge? Does it need maybe to be topped off? Whatever it is.
mm-hmm. Hell yeah,
So
man.
there's my NAVAC rant.
I mean, it is HUL compatible.
Oh,
Like,
get
they
out of here
put
with
that
that.
shit on there. They did,
Is it
bro.
on the
Hey,
box? I didn't
man.
even check.
Oh, yeah, you should check that. That's
See, I told you
funny.
we are gonna have issues.
Um, no cut. Unsubbed. Bye.
He hasn't even answered
Oh,
us.
I know. He's just being an
He's
ass. That's what it is.
he's MIA.
He ain't doing nothing, bro. You know damn well he's
Oh,
home by 5 every day, he says.
he already uploaded his video for today too. Matt here is in the same boat as you because you don't like manifolds.
Bro, so I had a really freaking good analogy, right? So that's like, okay, think of this. Here's a good analogy. Okay. Everybody's like, oh, well, you need to learn to do it this way. Okay. Well,
Which
say you're
I
doing
think is
photography.
stupid, but yeah.
So say you want to do photography, right? We're doing paperwork out in the field. We got to take pictures of everything we're doing. Oh, no. Don't use your smartphone that has the camera. You need to go get a freaking, what were those damn like Kodak digital or it's the cameras you just threw away, dude.
The disposable
You know what I
cameras.
mean? get disposable. Like, no, we're not gonna doing photography, or not necessarily, but that's kind of like a point, right? Or okay, you're learning to use the phone. Nope. You need to actually get the dial. You need and learn to turn them. Like, no, bro, that's not where we're at anymore. You know,
No, and like
and it'll
Matt
help you
says
be more
here,
accurate.
exactly. Matt says, I've only used probes for years, and that he's shocked that, how many people still use analog. I think the only pushback I had is the people that like to see the needle bounce when there's like a restriction, or something that they can visually pick up on, like a cue. But like for me, I was like, that's only happened to me a couple times. Like I don't see that often. Like it's not a big deal. But
Yeah,
what is a big deal is getting my superheat or subcool dialed in, right? Exact. I love having it
facts,
exact. And then the I check a lot of pressure switches, so I need to know exactly where it cuts out, cuts in, and being able to catch that is awesome. And on top of that, these don't have any wireless connectivity. If I have one that I can hook up probes, right? Manifolds do it too now, but hook up the probes and walk away and just like sit there, okay, waiting for it to
bro.
satisfy or do something or whatever. Like,
Imagine if they had just integrated that, bro. You
you
know
know
what
how
I'm
many
saying?
messages I got? Hey, I can't figure out how to get this to work in the app. What am I doing wrong? Or, hey, does it support clamps? Where do the clamps go? You know how many messages I got for that crap? I'm like, dude, it doesn't do any of that. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, bro, they would have set themselves above the competition right then and there, bro.
Just one of
If
the
they just
two,
had,
at least.
yep.
Either
Like, you
support
hook
the
up your
clamps.
gauges.
Yeah, either
Well, I was
support
gonna
the
say, like,
clamps for.
God
Go
damn it.
ahead.
Go ahead, you say your stuff. You go. I'll wait.
No, I was gonna say like either support the clamps, even if it's wired. I still use wired ones on my field piece, but
Mm-hmm.
either wired clamps or support everything with the app and the wireless stuff, because I know the field piece costs more and I tell people because it does more. That's why it costs more. Like it's not apples to
Mm-hmm.
apples here. You're really comparing this to an analog, and an analog costs like $100, $130. This is 250.
With hoses. But you're not
So
getting those 74 refrigerants, dog. You're not getting them. Fuck you and your
what
74 refrigerants, okay?
uh what would you do? Okay, have you ever used analogs?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, if you came across a different refrigerant, did you? Well, I don't know. You only worked on AC.
Nah, bro. I didn't have. Yeah, exactly. I didn't have much of a. I guess there's literally
Okay,
some way.
so
There would be some
yeah.
sort of PT chart you could probably reference,
Okay,
right?
so what I used to do is I carried a PT chart, and I would get them from the supply houses, right? They would always have them there in the front, just like the screwdrivers that they give out.
Yeah. Yep.
Take one, and it's in my back pocket every day, all day. And I had several in the van. I always had an extra one, but now it's on your phone. I literally had an
Mm-hmm.
app for the longest time that was called PT chart, and then
Yeah.
and then I had, and then now the Danfoss, one of the apps that they have has like everything in it. It has a PT chart built in. I can just pull it up real quick and do the conversion. Like I'm used to it.
Yeah. But, exactly. Yeah, but you didn't have that 10 years ago. Like, we don't live 10 years ago, bro. Like, we're here.
Oh
Like,
no, yeah. And back to our point. I have a hard time saying or agreeing with the older guys that say that they need to be taught analog. You really don't. Like I get it if that's the way you teach and you want to teach somebody
mhm.
that, that's fine. I never was really good about remembering the formulas myself, like, but I got by. It's not
Yeah.
rocket science. And
But,
yes.
oh, no, I was gonna say, brother, preach. That's all. I'm like, it
Yeah,
really,
like
again,
it's just a difference of two numbers, right? And then for me, like I said, I wanted my guy to go digital. I got him the yellow jacket ones, and then he finally was comfortable enough to where we got him probes. We have new guys coming in. I don't mind giving them a digital manifold, or if they want to get probes, like I'm not gonna stop them from that. Like I would prefer that.
Yeah. I mean, not against analog in any means. It's just like if you're a new dude and you can get the probes and start out that way, there's nothing wrong with that. And I
What's
don't.
funny? Like, because I've had Klein tools, Milwaukee tools, and Harbor Freight tools, right? And there's always an argument there, like, of spending it once and investing in tools that are going to last you, right? It's the same thing with
Facts.
your manifolds or your probes. Like, do you want to spend money on analogs and manifolds first, or do you just want to put that money to probes and have those for like a long time?
Yeah, absolutely, dude. It just makes life easy, honestly. Just the connectivity. This is another thing with those Navax, man. They should have just left some sort of app like control on it to where, like, if you're inside versus outside where they're hooked up, and then you go to mess with the TXV or something, then you can see in real time what's happening, or you can adjust the blower in real time and see what happens. You know what I mean?
I
And
was gonna
do all
say,
that stuff.
because like for me, how many times do I walk away and I need to see the readings like that moment, right? Like I use a wireless function a lot with the app and all that because like I might need to go to the van to get something, but I can see if it's shut off or did something funny.
Yeah. Yep.
Refrigeration Devil, I keep analogs for recovery. He's just afraid of messing up his digital gauges if there's like a burnout or something, which I get. I have a set of stubbies for leak dye systems. So,
Yeah. I don't.
yeah.
When I do recoveries, I don't have any manifold. I just use two hoses into a
I'm
T.
trying to be better about that. I used to
You know,
always do manifold.
yeah, I just take the Schraders out, do that whole song and dance. I mean, you can do a recovery pretty quickly. You know what I mean? So I do it that way. I mean, I just don't see another function of it. Maybe. Um, One thing with digital, it can throw you off too because like pressures are so accurate. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like in terms of if you say you pump up a system to 350 psi for a nitrogen test, and you put it on analog, that shit ain't gonna move if it drops a psi. You're not gonna know. But on
No.
your digital shit, you'll see that shit drop 1 psi. You're like, oh my god, we're losing everything, Charlie. You know what I
Or
mean?
like like half a
But
psi. You're like, oh shit, it's starting, right? It's starting to leak. Yeah, you got to be a little more conscious about that. Like, even with the micron gauge, I think I mentioned it in one of my videos. Like, your goal is to get it lower than what you want because it is gonna move a little bit, regardless,
mm-hmm.
right? And then it'll
Now if you got the
stabilize.
CPS one, now if you got
If you get the
CPS dog.
CPS one, it drops to 50 microns in
Y'all are
5 minutes.
so jealous, bro. Oh my god, I could see the envy when he said that. He's just like,
I had to
not
go
my
look.
fault. In 8 minutes, I got that thing down to 74 micron. Not my fault. Not my fault. Oh shit.
Modern Comfort brings up another comment that I would get. They use these
Golly.
for like pressure tests, and like you said, you do your pressure tests, and you can use like an analog or digital, whatever. But I guess that's another use for that for these like simple ones.
Again, yeah, man. I think Kurt was saying he saw somewhere where it said that there would be flared ends for the fittings on the end, but like that was an upgrade on the manifold. Oh, it doesn't
On
have one,
the,
huh?
it doesn't have anything. Someone else was like, "Does it do microns?" I'm like, "No." You think it doesn't do anything else? You think it does microns?
That's so
It's
true.
it's weird. Were you talking about these right now? The
Yeah. Yep.
hangers? They changed the middle one, which
Oh.
is weird. Maybe that did leak or they noticed it. But the side ones are still flat. But usually your side ones are hooked up. It's the middle one that I was worried about. But they did actually change the shape of it. So I guess they
Interesting.
figured that out.
Again, that's another weird thing they've always done with their manifolds is those side connections. It's like, why, bro?
I was literally doing the video, and I was like, "Oh, if they just put them in the front," and I stopped. And I'm like this one. Why is this one like this and not the other?
They're like, wait a minute. They did have the concept in their head. Yeah,
Yeah, you
whatever,
gotta.
dude.
No, it's
I
just
wonder
like
how
when you
much
go on
they
a roof,
spent.
put them on. Well, the problem that I've gathered is that they didn't get these out. I don't, but it still wouldn't have mattered that much. They didn't get these out in time for people to test the probes too. But like they were already like manufactured. I don't think they were gonna like do anything.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like they can't
They
not
should have
have
done
that money.
testing last year whenever they started.
Like, check these out. Yeah, no, they should have, man. I'm sure maybe in house they may have done something. Um, Obviously a lot of shit was missed, dog. Oh, we can display the temperature clamps together. Like, what do I need that for, bro? I want everything on a screen. Like,
So
what?
Navac sent me a letter. So like
Cease and desist. Just call it what it is.
so we do the honest reviews, right? Like Kurt is the prime example of not liking something and really
Taking a
showing how
hammer
he
to it.
feels. Um and the company's noticed. So anybody that does content, I mean, if you have a concern, you would voice it. It's a shame that you had mentioned to me that maybe it was because it was me that they did something. So I don't know. I want them, like, they're good about taking feedback. So I did get a letter after I posted the Navac Probe video, basically saying that I was right on everything. I also had phone calls that if I had not said anything, it would have not been fixed or found sooner. It would have
Hmm.
been an ongoing issue. So they are gonna address the magnets, and anybody that buys, but I read the bottom, anybody that has already bought them, they're gonna send them
Mm-hmm.
an upgrade for free. Um, so they're addressing the magnets. Their Measure Quick app still doesn't work. You have to
It's
use it in
beta.
beta mode, which I'll show in the next video, but you have to use Measure Quick in beta mode. Their My Navac app, I don't know when they're gonna fix it. They understand the issue, but they are stubborn. They're stubborn on the look, because basically the app looks like, I think that's where they got this from. Their app looks like this, like these graphics, and they just haven't updated it to accept probes on the same screen. So we're still waiting on that. Oh, and they're gonna make another case. So I thought that case was really stupid too.
It was a damn briefcase, dog. You're like, what the hell is this size of a pizza box? Like,
Why do
why
I
is it
need a
so?
briefcase for these little ass probes? There's so much
Oh
dead space.
man.
I don't know. Like, I made this comment before. Like, I feel like a lot of stuff is made for like residential text or something of that nature, because I'm jealous, like, seeing you guys when you guys can pull up a pack out, right, up to a system and work out of it. Some guys go crazy and they do those what's that, Kaizen inserts and all that,
Oh yeah.
right? All the
Yep.
tools are placed nicely in their pack outs. I can't do that. I'm going up a roof. I'm going up a ladder, right? Roping
Hey,
stuff up.
I will say this. I did 3 change outs on a roof and I roped up
The
my
pack
fucking
outs.
pack out. Yeah, bro, because I had like my whole install set up and it was a bitch. Like it was
Well,
I
that's the
was like, I'm gonna
thing.
be up.
It's not easy.
Yeah, it was stupid. No. I was like, I get what you're saying, but it is possible. It's
Yeah, I
so
know.
heavy, bro. Because I had like my nitrogen in there, I had my pump and all this, and I was like, when I got it on the roof, we had the genie lift to get it up there. So I cranked it up on there, and then for whatever the hell reason, we took the genie lift away, put it away, returned it, and I was like, "Oh, my shit's still up here." I was like, "Well, gotta rope it back down."
Yeah, man.
It's
Like,
stupid.
because I tell,
I see what
like,
you're saying, though. Yeah.
no, yeah, when I see something like that and I'm like, oh, great for the guy that just walks up to his system, but what about the guy that has to go up a ladder? Like I'm not carrying that briefcase. And Again, the field piece case is almost perfect, right? Like it's super
It
small and it just fits. I have a full set of the probes in there, and I have also manometers in there, and I still have room if I want to add any other probes to it. Like it's plenty enough, right? The
You
JB one
just
is
don't
big
need
as
to
shit too.
overdo it. Yeah, bro, that shit is ginormous. It's like 2 milk jugs. Like, why is it so big? And like, yeah, we just want all that extra. Like, the probes are also ginormous too. Like, it's
The Navac ones are bigger.
but like when you showed it, they looked a little bit smaller, like more maybe because it's black. You know, it looks
No, they
sleeker or
look
something.
nicer. They're made better, but oh my, they're made way better actually. That's all the stuff I was recording right before we came on. Like I showed the
Yeah.
JB. It's broken to shit now. Like I
Oh
was
my god,
showing it on camera and I was literally taking off like pieces of plastic that were still like hanging on there. That
it's good you're
is,
doing that though. So people like if they see somebody else using it and they're like, "Oh, I'm gonna buy it because this guy uses it." Like, but I'm talking to you. Like, just be real. Like, you know they suck. Just these younger dudes are gonna see you using it, and they're gonna buy it because sadly they
I
are
don't know.
not of good quality.
Look, JB, I haven't heard back from them since I like finished the videos that I owed them. So I don't know if we're gonna ever work again together, but
Yeah, you don't want to.
they're made
Just
in I know, but they're made in USA. Like they have really
they're
good
using that
parts.
Chinese resin, brother.
But like they're using plastic in everything and it's driving me nuts.
Yeah, no, like it was so funny because like when I first got them and I saw just broken, boom. When I first got my first set of analog gauges were the JBs, and they were. I was like, oh, cool, made in America, yada yada, all that bullshit, and them bitches failed on me quick, man. I had to get the yellow jackets, um, but they were in the bargain bin at Train up in Maryland for like $40. I'm like, yeah, you know.
Wonder why.
Yeah. I was like, dang. They're not putting a good the stamp. It's just weird. They are that made in America company, but they ain't got that quality. Like I
They're
think
not,
most of us see that though.
and that's where like made in USA is supposed to be better quality. But when a
Mm-hmm.
company does it and then cuts corners, it becomes a
Dude,
problem because
all day long. That's like
made it's still that made in USA price, but it's not the quality
yeah.
aspect.
That's like they're like 3D printing that crap in their garage or something. Like, yeah, like people like that make better stuff than them, you know?
Yeah, like I don't know if I don't think Brian has been working a lot, I think lately, but Brian uses the JB probes and he's had good luck with them. And I mentioned in the video like maybe if you use the case, but like that is a big ass case to be lugging around. They would last longer. But I put them in my tool
Maybe,
bag and they
yeah,
immediately
that's
broke.
true. Maybe you just gotta be really gentle, bro. Like, cause
Told another
we're not
I
out here
told
working hard or anything.
I told another YouTuber that he's like because he got them for free too and he's like the first thing he said they feel cheap as fuck, right?
Do do,
And I'm
yeah.
like be gentle with them.
And if you're referencing who I think you're referencing, are you?
I think we talked about it, yeah.
Yeah, you can. If you watch him do it, he does it so gently when he puts them on. Like he really does though. Like you could take those damn field pieces, you can grab them and just like torque the hell out of them, like grabbing the whole thing. And I think I told you last time, mine kind of like broke a little bit, but not really. Oh, damn.
Where's Kurt? I'm worried. He's working. He's fine.
He said he's okay. He texted us. He did text.
He's rolling around with Riley.
He's rolling around, getting down. He's actually gonna go buy those JB probes and Navac probes and take the hammer to him. Just making a video.
Kurt was willing to pay me to break them, but I wanted to I wanted to return them.
I want my money back. They're just that bad. Oh,
Oh well,
that's
I didn't tell you, but I did tell them I'm not keeping them because they sent me
yeah. They
that
said
letter
they were
about
gonna send you
everything.
the magnets. Like,
They sent me
oh,
that letter about everything
yay.
they're gonna fix, and they're like, if you could please do a follow up, we'll send you the
Eh,
magnets. And yeah, I was like, I'm
That's our
sorry, I'm not
saving
keeping them.
grace.
Yeah, I was like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I'm not
What?
keeping them. And
That's so.
they might be sending me one set eventually.
That's cool. Again, there's promise in those two. At least there's some quality to them right now.
I
I
still,
mean,
when I did my video, I still put those ahead of JB.
right. You're like, yeah, there's no comparison. We got to try them Appion ones, man. That's the next one. Ian swears by
Appian,
them.
I just real quick, I reached out to Appian. I was like, give him my little, we could review them and all
Yeah.
that. They just hearted my message and didn't say anything. I was like, I don't
But
know what
like,
that
we actually
means.
saw your video on the other ones.
Yeah, no thanks.
We're good. Oh man, that's funny. It's all good though.
Everybody's the wife right now checking on Kurt. Where's Kurt at? What's his location?
Now, let me just geopin him real quick. I think I know where he's at. He's actually in Tennessee. Little inside baseball. No, I'm kidding.
I know I didn't actually get it taken down. It's still up.
Got a video order. Sheesh. Sheesh.
They just have to talk to Matt and Megan about their products. Matt was saying they should have put a pressure test mode on there.
Yeah.
And
It would have been great. Maybe what they plan on doing is releasing a full on, like, you know what I mean? Like, this is just to get everybody
some of it
talking,
could
and
be,
then bam.
a lot of it could be fixed in a firmware update.
Yeah, that's true. Just got to create a whole app where you can actually see everything on a screen. Mm-hmm.
But someone told me, I forgot what brand he was talking about. He's like, why don't they just do a day mode where the screen is white and the letters are black? I was like, yeah, that's actually pretty genius.
No, why would we do that?
Oh, somebody commented right now before we came on, like, oh, they're the tactical version for when you want to check a system at night, but you don't want to be seen. Like, they're super dim.
That's good. That's good. Who said that? Shout
I don't know. It
out.
was on my YouTube comment.
Oh, that was good. Yeah. Oh, Ben was in love with those things too. But man, we rambled on about those damn things too damn much.
What? Oh, the gauges.
Navac, they suck.
I asked.
I don't own anything Navac except my hose.
I asked around because I'm like, who approved these? Whether it was the pros or the gauges. I asked around. Nobody actually used them. That's all I'm gonna say.
Like, yeah, like you're like, hey, did you get these in hand in the field? No. Oh, okay.
No, I just play
that
with
makes
them
sense.
in the garage.
They actually just sent me pictures. That shit is sick.
You know what I'm actually looking forward to is the field piece analogs, because I do want a backup set, because I'm not even going to keep the Navac ones.
Yeah, you did sound really excited because apparently everybody's asking them for it. So
they had to rebrand or redesign them or something.
True story. It's all good. Yeah, I mean, I guess like we kind of bitch a little bit about field piece, like, but at the same time, true. But they're the only ones that's like they got something that's really good that's going to work. It stood the test of time. I wish they would have a better warranty.
Oh, the warranty. Not unless you live in the area, California. I forgot where they're at. Because Ewok, I don't know if you saw the video where he just waltzed in and they replaced his gauges. I think they were out of warranty. And then someone else had told me that in the comments too, or a message. I forgot if they messaged me or comment. And they're like, if you happen to be in the area, he's like, go to their warehouse. They will hook you up. Like, they are super good. But in person, their online mail-in warranty sucks.
Yeah. I mean, you're practically paying, for replacements at
For
the cost of a new one.
a new set, like it's crazy.
Yeah. If they could extend that to like 2 or 3 years, I mean, I've had the probes for 5 years, no issues, except just that little head. And like, I think it's good. It's just awkward now sometimes, but 5 years, man, no
I forgot.
issues.
I forgot
Meters,
why
no
Kurt.
issues.
No, yeah, but I forgot why Kurt had to buy a new set. Did he say it just stopped
It
working?
was it was the A2L. No, but Kurt has a fucking problem with everything he gets. Is that not the truth? Every
Every other
tool,
day, every other day we get a
diagnostic,
text.
yeah.
We get a text from
These
Kurt.
are
This tool here, whatever, insert whatever name here, isn't
yo.
working anymore or isn't doing so good.
It's like, bro, you literally got the worst luck. Like he's gotten like 4 of those S-mans. Like it's just so funny. Yeah, I'm not paying for that. It's
The
garbage. Like,
the last time mine gave out, I did have to get a new set. But I did send them in.
okay.
It was just bad luck. I went and laid them down. I was gonna do some sort of repair or something, or I don't know why I used them on that job. It was a little cooler. I was on the floor. I laid them down, and I was reaching to maybe turn on the unit or something. The freaking capacitor popped right next to
Oh
it,
no,
and the screen just
Joe.
went blank. I was like, dude.
What
And they were
the
pretty,
odds, James?
they were pretty new, so I think that's why I was able to, get them fixed. But like, I was like, dude, like the worst luck. And they're like, oh, don't worry, like just
The
send
only,
them in. And
the only
but
thing
like,
I'd say is they just need to redesign those S-man. So that's all. I just think the footprint is kind of,
well, look,
you know.
we're obviously we work with Tech, and I've mentioned in the videos like I love their stuff, Helmore specifically.
Mm-hmm.
They're just a little outdated, right? Like they need to upgrade a few other things, and then they'd
For
be
sure.
back in the game, because I think Hillmore is a really good toll company and they do a lot of stuff. It's just like that's from like, I don't know, 10 years ago, right? Like they haven't updated
Yeah.
much. I know they have new stuff coming out. We're still waiting on that stuff, but like
Really
it's like
just
the same
wish.
thing with Field Piece. It's solid, but it needs like, modernize. It needs to be modernized.
Yeah, I wish they just got rid of the blue backlight and made it a white or backlight. It's just
Hey,
so much better. Like Testo does it, and you know what I
yeah.
mean.
Hey, but since I've been using more Hillmore lately, I do like the green
Mm-hmm.
over the blue, the light.
I like the backlight.
The backlight is way better, and like anything's better than blue, I guess. The green light is
Yeah,
way
like
more
the blue
prominent.
and the black. It's just like it blends together too much from like when
Yeah,
like when
or if
I
it's not
have like
bright enough.
yeah, like when you turn it, like if you're you got your meter on something and then you got the light on and you're trying to check over here and then like you can't see because the way the black and the blue contrast each other. It I just think they got to fix that. Honestly, like everybody uses their meters. They're great meters. Fluke uses the white backlight. I like the Fluke as well. I got the 902 FC. Then I got what is it? The 480. You know, whatever it is, field piece.
I
Excuse
got
me.
the
But
Milwaukee.
oh yeah. I always wanted that one. Like I was just
If it
like,
had a
man, it
magnet,
was always
if
on.
if it had a magnet, I could recommend it. Other than that, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, I like its sleek design. um, I always wanted it when they had it like a couple years ago. I'd see, but it was always online. And I was like, I'm just like a guy. I can't wait. Like
Oh,
my
I
instant
know.
gratification kicks in. So I'm like,
Yeah.
yeah, screw it. I'll never get it.
Yeah, I kept looking for it. I finally found it in the store to actually like look at it and like, would I get
You're like,
this?
all
Like,
right,
because it
yeah.
looked large when I first like looked it up.
Mm-hmm.
Because I don't like some of the other ones like Klein. I think Subco has one. Those look a
Yeah, it's
little.
just like a weird,
Yeah, they have a weird shape and stuff.
bulky.
So this one is actually pretty decent. It's probably the only other meter I think I would use, and I like it. But the black screen on it worried me because I know Kurt tried, but it was a cheap brand like the Kuwait's or whatever it's called. He couldn't see shit on the screen. So the Milwaukee one is actually super bright. So I can actually see that screen, and it's a black screen with white numbers. So if it's bright enough, you can see it.
Like let's go.
Again,
Milwaukee.
Again, if companies like Navac and JB would just make their screens brighter or just ditch the damn black screen.
Yeah, it's fixable. It's there's potential. All right, let's just say that.
Plenty.
Bastards. But what they say?
PJ, the season's coming up, guys. We got a fresh trade graduate here. He's gonna get his foot. Wait, I need to get my foot in the door. Every company for install and service is asking for 2 to 3 years experience. Any advice?
Just keep fucking going to every company, bro. You'll find the one that's like, hey, come on board. Especially with this time of year, bro. They're gonna start to hire anybody and just show off and show out, man. Hump it, kick ass, do your job the right way. The guys you work with more than likely are gonna cut corners. That's generally what I, you know what I mean. But do what you're supposed to do, and yeah, they're gonna and then just grind it through the summer.
Yeah, right now would be the right time to look. Like April, May is when companies are going to be like pretty desperate for help. So in talking to people like on my other podcast, like a majority of them, when they were looking for a job, they literally sent out like tons and tons of applications or went and bugged these companies with a phone call or in person. Like, and if they told them to, come back in a month, they would go back. They would keep up with it, and then eventually they get hired. Now, yeah, like right now I think everybody's going to be looking because it's about to get pretty crazy. But yeah, PJ having the trade school advantage, like you were saying, Jake, like he's been taught how to do things properly, so he needs to keep that in mind, because the same thing happened to me. I came out of school and I worked with these older guys. I knew they were doing like the dumbest stuff ever.
Yeah.
But you can't say anything. And
nah.
They're gonna treat you well. So
yeah, just don't be a snitch or nothing. Don't be a little narc, but just like just know what you're doing is right, and
the way
get through the summer. That's what I would say.
Yeah, I was gonna say the way I saw it was like, you can't do anything. You don't have any authority, right? They're gonna do what they want.
Right.
You're the helper, the new guy, whatever. But like, just know what you learned is the way to do it. And whenever I got my own calls, I made sure I did everything. I did the purging, the vacuum perfect. Like I did everything I needed to. It took me longer, but like I did it the right way. But when you're with somebody else, be respectful and just ride with it.
1000%. Yeah. And you might have to go to one of these bigger companies too. Right now the bigger companies, they don't care. They're gonna throw you to the wolves, so it's gonna suck. Like you definitely, it'll be a learning experience, obviously, but
it's crazy.
Yeah.
Refrigeration devil. It's HVAC draft season.
Yo, that's cool. Good call. Speaking of the draft, it starts in. Did it already start?
You got a little bit of time.
Yeah, I mean, my son's waiting, dog. He gets excited.
Did it start? Is that what time did you tell me?
I think it starts at 8. Let me see. You're good. Just keep going.
Okay.
What else is chat saying?
Close it out in a minute. What? Oh, Megan had said it. Worst case scenario, you can go to a parts house. You'll get picked up that way, and then you have that experience.
Oh yeah, that's true, bro. Companies will do that. Like they'll be like, "Hey, you want to come?" Or like they'll ask you if you want to switch teams. Basically, I mean, I've seen that. Like, yo, you looking for a new job? Want to go somewhere else?
Oh yeah, all the time. PJ, I have a 608 universal electrical and heat pump. I don't know what that is. EACO.
Yeah, Mike.
Your eyes.
Yeah.
Employment
No,
ready
it's all
certs.
blurry too. Yeah.
OSHA 10, and I have invested in my own tools. He has a full Vito Pro Pack special
Oh, he
ops
got the spec
decked out
ops. Hey,
in Knipex
Knipex.
and Wera. Damn.
Hey, dude, don't. And here's another thing. This is one big thing. You got the real nice stuff. Don't let other people use your shit. You know what I'm saying?
Nope.
Do not. That's
Dude,
the
I get
first
so
rule.
pissed. I get so pissed because I like right now, just real quick with my dad, I have a call that I'm having just problem after problem. Like I find, and it was the one where I got rained out. So like I'm already upset that I
Yeah.
wasted a couple of trips. And now it's like, oh, the duct has issues or still has issues, even though I told them to fix it. And now they're like, well, we don't want it. Now the whole thing is like they don't want anybody else. Before they were calling like different companies. So I was like, let someone else deal with it. I don't want to get up 20 feet into a drop
Yeah.
ceiling. But now we got to do it. The shaft tore up. I took out the blower wheel, but I cut it out. I can't get the damn old shaft off the blower wheel, so screw it. They're getting a new blower wheel,
Whole
and
thing. Yep.
my dad made, because I had to call him to just to let him know what I was gonna do and stuff. And then he's like, well, if you need to get a new one, go ahead. I mean, if I had it here, I could probably get it off and this and that. I was like, dude, I took a torch to it. I
Yep.
tried some of the tools that I had. The commercial, like we don't have like a puller that fits because the shafts are way longer. So I tried cutting it down and putting a puller on it. I've tried different things, taking a torch to it, all that, and I just can't. So he
No,
made that comment.
it's funny
He's like,
you.
yeah, you can bang it
Yeah.
out, get it out. I'm like, dude, for one, no, but like I looked back and I'm like, you know
Love
what? You
it.
never. No. I was like, I looked back and I'm like, you never gave me my hammer back actually from the last job that we did together. And I was like, you know what?
Yeah.
Also,
Let's go.
my measure tape is missing, and I know I gave it to you on that last call. So,
That,
and he's like, I don't remember that. I was like, he's like, no, just get the new one. You're fine. But yes, whenever we
matter of
do,
fact, dude. Hey, PJ, don't let people use your shit.
I just reminded me because I was like, whenever we do installs, I
Keep going.
absolutely hate when I have to lend out a tool. It never comes back.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Or they put it
No,
back in the wrong
bro.
place and I don't
Like the
find it.
dudes knew, like when, yeah, my guys knew how anal I was, and they would make it a joke about like, oh, we gotta put it back in the right pocket. Like Jake's gonna cry. Like, yeah,
I was gonna
you damn
say
right,
no
motherfucker. You
because
know it. Like,
yes, because lately or it's happened where they don't put it back where I had it. My brother's notorious for this, and I get so pissed. Doesn't put it back, and I'm like, everything has a place. Just where you got it is where it goes. But he never does put it
that's it.
back. He puts it in a different spot, and then like, I think I lost it or something, and it's like I don't find it till like a month or two later, and that like
Yeah. Here's the.
I had told you that I had lost the coupler to my micron gauge. I bought another
Ooh.
one. A month
Mm-hmm.
later, I found it. I was like, damn it,
Yeah, go figure, right?
it was in the wrong spot.
The wrong damn pocket. Yeah, what they're doing to us, bro. But yeah, PJ, good luck, bro. Grind it out.
Let me double check the chat.
Chat.
Whose mic is quiet?
Chat. Your mic is so
Jake's?
quiet. There's only two of us.
It looks fine on my little monitor thing here.
I'm about 2 inches away. Damn, it probably sounds like shit. How's that sound? Does it sound okay?
You're fine.
Okay.
Oh, my smooth
Chat.
Knipex on the last install grew legs.
Oh, bro, see? No, sir. That's why I do like working alone. Like, I love working together.
Oh, yeah.
But as long as the homie got their own tools, like, Yeah, we'll use your bag today. No, we won't. Like if that's the case, yes, I will totally do the whole job myself. I don't care. Like, don't touch my shit.
Oh,
For one, they're
my
gonna
bad.
get all dirty. Nah.
I forgot to adjust your mic. We're good.
Oh, so it was bad this whole time.
Nobody said anything.
You guys suck. Like we didn't want to hear him anyways.
So anything
loser.
else before we yeah, Mike's like Jake.
Nah, man.
Nothing new.
Yes, there we go. See, we're good. Nah, man. Everybody have a great Friday. Make it home the same way you left it. Is that the old uncensored tagline?
Oh, I think I'm finally gonna be on there in a couple of weeks, so we'll see how that goes.
It's about time, yeah. The third and
We'll
final
see.
night.
We'll see if he. We'll see how it goes because I feel like there's always something that goes wrong.
Poor Gil. Yeah, love you, dog.
All right. Well, then we're gonna close it out. Appreciate everybody for coming out and
shout out to everybody.
Have a good rest of the week. We'll see you guys next week.
Later, y'all.
Later.
Close it out.
I'm just close it out. Good damn, we're still here. Shit, you're still watching. Close it. We're still here. Come on.
Okay, this is just no. Okay.